Shrinks in the house, feeding my patients, and they're feeding me with their knowledge of the illness that hi-fi can cause, and it can. You know, if you don't want to hear it, just hopefully it doesn't happen to you. And I'm trying to prevent that. I try to, prescribe solutions, right? Yep, prescriptions from the shrink. So yeah, one of the latest additions or the latest addition to the system. And this only happened, guys, because, the compulsive mind said, why don't you build another system? Well, I tell people to just don't even bother doing it. It's just it just makes things too complicated, right? Oh, where am I going to listen to music tonight? No, I got one space. I could have a system in the bedroom. I have the money to do all this, guys. System in the living room, which I had. System in the cave here. There's two here, but whatever. Guys, simple is best. So, I just thought, okay, I'm going to be loving lit, sitting on my couch, listening to the Line Magnetic with my little DIWs. And it did sound really good, but the fact of the matter is I never turned it on. I just never turned it on. I always wanted to go to my main place to listen to my music. So I always preach it, the man with the single system is the happiest. And I know some of you may not agree, and that's cool, but many do. So why not just put all the money into into that Zen space that you go and just indulge and sink into the music, let it take you away, right? So I knew that it would become another problem, that the shrink was going to open up this, here's my advice, take it, I'm not using it scenario. I'm trying to help others. Meanwhile, I'm doing the same thing, right? Bring the Line Magnetic over, and having the experience that I have, I knew, oh man, this is going to be hell to get the right one for the room, right? Which it's peeking at you back there and it's white. So it only took a couple speakers, and I've already talked about this. The Merlin, I had to try the Merlins, guys. They're so highly talked about on the forums and stuff like that. And I had never seen them in person, but I was always intrigued. I paid a guy, okay, for his time to bring the speakers here and spend an hour with me. And what blew me away was they're quite a big stand mount, and they had those Morel drivers. Now I thought, oh shit, I know all about those drivers, how hard they are to drive. I tell people, just stay the fuck away from things that are extremely hard to drive. It's just, in my opinion, not a great way to build a system. You kind of get limited, right? You're kind of trapped in a place. But anyways, they came in and they were lean. Like, no matter what I did, they just could not come to life in the low end. Low end listening was terrible. And that sucked because I loved the look. And they had these brass tuning sticks embedded right into the front baffle. They were pretty gorgeous in person, and they had the flagship dual-end RC network at the back, right? So top end and mid-range, some of the best I've ever experienced, but it's got to have the rest, and if it's not, it goes. So, I've owned many Totem speakers, guys, in the day. I've had the Signature 1, I've had the 1s, I've had the latest Signature 30th. Stay away from those. I had the Totem Tribe Tower, and yeah, they get raved about and all that stuff, but I think for $6-7 you can do way better. For instance, the open baffles at less money. Just beat them in my room. I mean, they just felt like little toys, so lightweight, and just they had the Torrent driver, but man, they're nothing compared to these. Like these Element Embers, man, when they came in, and I knew it was going to be the Line Magnetic, and people will say, oh, how the hell can 22 watts drive them? Well, you'll have to find that out for yourself, man. I've preached just how powerful a single-ended triode 845 is, regardless of what it says on the paper. And I know many of you have learned this, that you can't believe what's written down. Not that it isn't true, but how it will perform in your room, right? So, guys, these are the Titanics, meaning just the Torrent driver. It's so incredible. I always like to walk up to the drivers and when I got something cranked up and to see them moving, right? I don't know how to explain it, but no matter how much power I throw at these, The more you turn them up, the better they sound. They're incredible at low volume, but they're not even freaking moving. Like, I mean, it's like, what the, how are these little speakers pressurizing this entire room, giving me the slam when I need it, just a low end free bass extension coming all the way to the chair, just pressurizing the entire room. And my room isn't small. It looks like it is, but it's where it extends way behind, 20 feet down that way, 20 feet behind here, right? Behind the listening chair, it extends way out. Yet these things, man, they do everything I want them to do. I'm just so blown away by the technology of the Titanic Torrent driver. Whoever hasn't experienced it, I really hope you get to. It might be your final resting place, as it is for me, and I know that. So you won't see these change, guys. I've owned so many stand mounts, up to $11,000 a pair. These ones are they're just right for me in every way. I mean, I think what they retailed, what were they, 4,200 US at the time? It's a bargain for what they do and how they look. They're just absolutely gorgeous in person. Even the cabinet angles, in every way they angle. They angle at the back, they slope down. They just look like Lamborghini works of art. So that's what the video is about, is this Torrent technology. I don't understand how you can build something that just seems so effortless in its presentation. How big it sounds, how beautiful the top end and mid-range is, and then the bass, right? Like the foundation of the music is so effortless. Like the drivers aren't even moving. Like I walk up to them and I have it just cranking, right? They're just like, it's mind-blowing. Like, again, you got to be good to be lucky, guys. And that comes with experience. You will just wow yourself with some of the decisions you make when it's like, oh my God, I did it. It's not going to be a fluke. It takes a lot of time, man, to learn this. So, you know, if you can get your hands on these and you don't have a cavernous room, and sure, if you want to add a sub, go ahead. These ones don't come up much, and I know why, because the fires are so much more money, right? But yeah, way to go, Vince of Totem Acoustics. I mean, you guys are a hell of a company. I mean, this thing is so overbuilt. $1,000 speaker terminals on a $5,000 speaker. Hand machine ports. Beautiful custom, like a car show paint finish. And a proprietary driver. I mean, how can you go wrong with that, right? They're just beasts. Absolute beasts. So anyways, guys, like and subscribe. I'm working for you, man. I'm trying to prescribe the right solutions for people, right? So thanks so much. Until next time.